Fala galera, welcome to the Strategy Corner. This is episode number 3 of the Strategy Foundations series. I'm pretty excited with this one in particular because this is where we start to connect pieces together. Let's talk about the semantic layer. So, as we mentioned in former videos, we already know what a project is. We already know tools like Workstation. We also know how to connect or how to leverage tables, columns, all that stuff, right? So now it's time to connect all those pieces together. And let me show you how we can do so with Workstation, one of the tools of my choice. So I'm starting here in Workstation in the modeling part. You see here schema. And let me start by showing you what the schema is. Basically, the schema could be described in my way, in my words at least, as the semantic layer, because in here is where you can see all the tables mapped to your project, right? So tables are very database specific concept. We need to convert this into something that users will understand. As you can see here, I have many tables in this schema or semantic layer. All of them are being used by strategy to create later attributes in green here or metrics in orange. So this will become what the business users will understand instead of tables and columns, concepts that they normally don't relate to, okay? The question is, how do we create a schema like this one? So let me show that to you in this video. First things first, so let me go back here to projects. You remember what a project is, right, from the previous episode? Project is basically a way to store our content in a strategy. So let me start by creating a new project. Let me call this one PM Demo Snowflake, for example. Could be any name. And once we start doing this, once we create that project, remember the project name itself, the project structure, all these will be stored in the metadata. We covered this in previous episodes already, all right? So it doesn't take too much to create a project for the first time. And once we create it, it's basically empty. There's nothing inside of the project. The only things that we have are the folder structures like schema objects, public objects, all this, okay? So let's click in here. The project is now available. In my case, what I aim to do with this example here is to connect to that Snowflake database that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. So how do we do so? First, we need to go back here to data sources in Workstation, and we need to create a new data source, as we call it, right? In my case, I have it already created. As you can see here, I'm searching. It's already here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to projects, right-click the project that I just created, choose properties, and then I go all the way down here to data sources. So basically, I want to make sure that this project connects to that data source or to that data catalog. It's here, Snowflake PM Demo. Let me connect to it. There you go. So now the project is related, is connected to the data source. Basically, in other words, it's connected to Snowflake. So let me click in here in the OK button. And now I'm ready to start creating my semantic layer, or as we call it here, my schema. Let me go back here to schema. Oh, I don't see it now. No problem. Just click the refresh button. Now you can see your brand new schema called PM Demo Snowflake. It's the same name of the project already. And then to start creating it, you right click on it, you choose Edit Schema, because it's empty, we cannot view the schema, we need to first edit the schema. And then from here, we connect to the data source. As I'm clicking right now to the data source, we choose the catalog, MCI demo in this case, we click connect, and then all my tables will appear in here. So if I expand this one, see, all the tables that I have in Snowflake, they show up. In my case, I want the tables named PM demo. And then they are. So I have many of them here. I don't need all of them. So that's the part where you need to define which tables you actually need in your schema or in your semantic layer. In my case, I want the fact sales table, this one. So let me double click on it to add it to the schema. It's being added. I also want some of the dimension products, a dimension table, sorry, like the product one here. Let me double click this one. I also want the dimension for date. So let me add this one here too. And to finalize, I want the dimension for customers. So these four tables, it's a basic one, by the way. Huh? These four tables will make my semantic layer for that specific project, right? So once I add them here, I'm now ready to start create other objects in strategy like attributes, the ones in green. Right now I don't have any. And then I can create also my metrics. I don't have any as of now because that's not the purpose of this episode right here. We will see how to talk and how to understand and create attributes and metrics in the next episode. For this one right now, let's just go ahead and click save. We saved the schema correctly. Let's close this one. All right. And that's pretty much it. The schema is available. The semantic layer for this basic project is ready to be used. We're now ready to go to next episode that we're going to talk about attributes and metrics. All right, so that's it for this one. Hope you guys like it. I mean, semantic layer, again, the way to convert tables or database concepts like tables and columns into a business abstraction layer. We use Workstation to do it. We create it inside of a project. And then once that is done, we're ready to go to the next stage. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you at the next corner.